How money shapes democracy. What if I told you that in modern politics, money can speak louder than votes? Every election cycle, billions of dollars are spent to influence who gets elected and what laws get passed. But where does this money come from? And how does it shape the decisions that affect our daily lives? In this video, I will explain how money influences politics through campaign financing, lobbying, and something called dark money. Understanding this is important because it affects not just elections but the policies that impact all of us. One major turning point is that in political funding came from the Supreme Court case Citizens United versus FEC. This decision allowed corporations and outside groups to spend unlimited amounts of money to politically campaign as long as they were not directly coordinating with the candidates. As a result, the groups called Super PACs were created. These organizations can raise and spend huge amounts of money to support or oppose candidates. Today, a small number of wealthy donors contribute a large portion of campaign funding, giving them significant influence over elections. Another issue is dark money, which refers to political spending by the organizations that are not required to disclose their donors. This means voters often don't know who is really funding political ads or influencing elections. This means voters often don't know. According to organizations like Open Secrets, billions of dollars in dark money have been spent in recent elections. This lack of transparency makes it harder for citizens to make informed decisions. Money doesn't just influence elections, it also shapes public policy. Lobbying is when individuals or groups try to influence government decisions. Large industries like healthcare, energy, and technology spend billions each year on lobbying efforts. For example, companies may push for a lower regulation or tax benefit that helps their profits. There is also something called revolving door, where government officials have public office and then work for the industries they once regulated. This can create conflicts of interest and raise concerns about whose interests are really served. So why does this matter? It matters because when too much money can influence, it can weaken democracy. If politicians rely heavily on wealthy donors and powerful organizations, they may prioritize these interests over the needs of ordinary citizens. This can lead to policies that increase inequality, limit protections, and ignore important public concerns. It also reduces trust in government because people begin to feel like their voice doesn't matter. Money in politics is a complex issue, but understanding it is essential. As citizens, being informed helps us recognize how power operates and why transparency and accountability are so important, because in democracy, every voice should matter, not just the ones that can afford to be the loudest. Thank you.